Hi, friends. How is everybody today, this Tuesday morning? I'm Karen, Care Bear Bard of Cards. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. And I already was really excited to see something this morning when I came into my little StreamYard studio. Victor, the creator of First Love, gets First Love today, although his is way more rewarding. He does this whole special thing. So, but congratulations. Thank you for being here, Victor. And please check out his morning and evening meditations that I always talk about. Uh, Actually, this morning, 9:45 a.m. Eastern. So, thank you for being here. Oh, hi, Tina. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm going to make it a happy day. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? Oh, sorry, you'll have to deal with me with they've got like added pop-up windows that I have to press like two things. So it's kind of awkward that I just can't hit right directly as I'm looking on it as I could before. So that to me is a why have extra steps, right? But thank you for being here, Fatima. Blessings. All right. Oh, everybody's saying hi. And then now, like, they've got a pop up to share money to share your referral link, and it blocks comments. I'm like, oh no, please. They obviously weren't using this on my device. Hey, Chloe. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited for this crystals. Like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good unboxing. If y'all need crystals or anything, please follow, subscribe to Chloe. And I don't know if y'all are doing it this Saturday or not. I'm not sure. But they usually try to do it like every other Saturday. Josh, with Mr. Floyd's Universe. She'll come in there, and they're great prices, great pieces. She packs them with lots of care and bubble wrap and a big fragile sticker on the outside. It was very well wrapped. Um, so I appreciate that, Chloe. Very pleasant to deal with, and we just love supporting Chloe. All right, y'all. So Mars Day. I mean, Mars is what? It's all about action, that fire. Aries is the cardinal, the most purest form of fire that there is. In its purest cardinal form. It's like pretty much like birth itself. It is the self. And with Aries, there is a big focus on our first starts of survival, looking out for ourselves, figuring out ourselves, who we are, those kind of things. I mean, it is essentially like our soul identity, really, in that fire. And it's something you can't touch. It's intangible, the fire that is within us. We don't want to lose or let that fire burn out. And if you're anything like me, I don't have a lot of fire in my chart. So sometimes I feel a little bit, I might not have as much drive or motivation as some fire signs that are people that have heavier fire in their chart. And I always would wonder, kind of like before I knew any of their placements, some of my really good friends, I'm like, how do you do it? I'm like, okay, yeah, you have some help. But then again, there's always something else that's going to counteract. And that's why it's always a good idea uh, to be open to looking at your chart. And I promise you, you will be surprised by the accuracy of some of it. You'll be like, how how did you just describe something that I can't figure out why I am this way? I just am. It's really wild. But of course, how we're raised, others, environmental, societal, all those type of things play into that. So um, it's not like a dead set. I mean, yeah, there's things in my chart I look and I'm like, well, they're saying I should probably be really like motivated on this thing and I get this stuff done. And I'm like, I don't. But there are other things. It's like that will work with that. So it's just it's um it goes very in depth. You can never stop studying astrology and never stop learning. And it's so much information to retain mentally, which is good that you know astrologers are able to have lots of references and stuff. It's just so much information to remember. But at the basic element of it all, it's very simplistic when you think about just the energy itself. Energy doesn't go away, it just moves, it transitions, it changes, it shifts. We're all energy. Rocks, people, we're all made up of energy. That's, a fact. And at the basis of this, if you just understand like what water elements, fire element, what that really means. And then when you add whether it's cardinal, beginning, whether it's fixed, they're just going to sustain what's already been started and keep it going. And then there's the mutable bunch, which I'm part of. Um, the mutable bunch who'll, adapt and change with the shifts, help close out things, are just more flexible in those terms. So the cardinal can bring in the new season, which Aries brings in spring, the very first season. So, anyways, I just apparently wanted to really talk about astrology today. With Aries, something to understand, like especially like in tarot, the representation of the fire elements. Let me find, like especially in the court cards. It's the court cards. This is totally organic, so I did not have cards pre-pulled. I like to improvise. Oh, let's see. They're gonna hide on me. I'm setting aside the emperor there. Oh, here we go. The hottie toddy, our hottie toddy Knight of Wands. Or he's got, those are supposed to represent the flames, the fire. I believe those are salamanders on there. They're like magic, alchemy, whatever. It's that kind of symbol there. But if you look, pyramids, desert, and he's dressed up in all of this gear, even his horse, like it's more of kind of like a show right before he goes. Stop and check me out first. But anyways, the thing with the fire element is there is a grit, there is a burning, just it's almost like wired into your DNA, I would say, um, to seek out, like it's more adventure. Who lives out in, the desert in these areas? It's harder work to live in these climates. It's dry, lots of sun, so much sun, which makes a lot of sense for the fire element. But there's that it's hard for me to find the right word, and one day I am, even if I have to make it up. Um, but it's, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it can be aggressive, but it's just forthright, where like a feminine is going to be more uh, receptive. And I'm not meaning this in gender, I'm just meaning it in masculine and feminine qualities. And if something comes across that I mean it as a gender, I, I, if I do, I will say it. I promise. But just take that as a generalization that I don't mean it that way. But anyways, so there is like, this grit, this adventurous spirit, this leadership ability, this just fire and drive and just go and do it, and we're going to make it work with our sheer, actions, willpower, or drive. We're going to make this work. And that is, the spirit of fire. And our creativity is in there and all that stuff. This week's kind of big, y'all. Mars moves to Leo on the 18th. It's been, I believe, what, retrograde in Cancer. And Cancer and Mars don't go very well together. They don't. If you felt like maybe like a little bit crabbier than normal, because it's like, unless, I don't know, it can make you feel like you want to lash back a little bit, or maybe a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more reactive to things. So expect a little bit of a different kind of shakeup. Some are going to do really well with it, and some, like me, might find it, especially depending on who's around me in my environment. People just might really light up, fire up, be more outspoken, be just like it's in your face action, like Leo and Mars. Like, yeah, that's a powerful Mars placement, by the way. Very powerful Mars placement. But anyways, so we have that to watch out for. And tomorrow I wrote, oh yeah, Mercury moves to Aries tomorrow too. So that's our communication, our talk. So just be prepared for the unexpected, or to feel slightly like, wow, that was direct. Yes, fire signs are direct, can be direct, not beat around the bush, and stand, are more confident to stand behind their convictions. So yeah. I don't know, I felt like talking about that today. So those are two things. I will talk about more of the astrology like throughout the week, but that's just kind of a little snippet. Let me catch up with some hellos here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Y'all, thank y'all for being here. This is so cool. So many comments. Ah, I was talking for a while. Okay. I think I went far enough up. If I've missed anybody, I'm so sorry. This isn't her initial hello. She's telling Chloe hello here, but that's how friendly everybody is here. It's good community. We like to tell everybody hello, feel welcomed, which is that's hard to find and just, any old chat you hop on. So, and cannot be constantly like annoyed by other people at the same time. It's really nice. Please check out Hershey, the shadow reader. She's unique. And yeah, I highly recommend checking her out. Um, there's just no words for her. She's just awesome. And here is Christy. Hey, if you don't know Christy, please get to know her. She's amazing. Like, check out her channel. Every day around like, oh gosh, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, somewhere like along that. Just if you set notifications, you'll see. Um, and I think, I mean, not like every day, but most of the weekdays. But she's very just interesting person. Like, it's a very interesting and very knowledgeable, and she just has a lot to offer. And it's just like a fun space that really, like, we were talking about things that, problems that we have, and how we relate, even talking to people. But then, she pulls in tarot, and then has an animal spirit study. I could go on, but as here she's saying, the salamander is such a strange animal to have on the tarot cards. Yeah, it is. And it took me a while to realize that pattern on his jacket, and then I realized it was a salamander. Because you're just learning so much and taking in so much. So that's why, like, um, don't get discouraged if you're just starting out in tarot. Like, it's just like astrology, it's layers. Don't expect to really know everything, and what some things are like, oh, here's the tarot in 10 minutes. No, not really. Um, but anyways, that's a whole nother aside. You just don't get discouraged. Like, you'll build up, and it'll layer up, and it'll just happen. Um, it's just like kind of like learning a language a little bit. And hey, hey, oh, hey, Terry. She's saying hey to Victor. Terry, I know y'all know Terry and her wonderful morning meditations as well. We love Terry, and if you don't know her, please subscribe. And I believe, Terry, you're a Leo, aren't you? The hair. Mm-hmm. You've got that Leo glow. I that's I think I remember your birthday is in July. All right. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Oh, and I did mention you earlier, but I'm officially saying hello. Hey, Josh, with Mr. Floyd's Universe every Monday through Friday, 10:33 a.m. Eastern. Please check him out. He does Saint Germain channelings. It's just a positive environment, and it's like a community, like the Truth Wave meditation and Mr. Floyd's Universe. It's like it's a really cool little group, and really support each other. I appreciate that. All right, bear with me here, and then we'll pull. I felt the urge to grab like animal decks, because animal, I think about the instinctual side of fire, um, to trust those kind of things. So I don't know. It's like, animal decks. That feels fire element for me today. Hey, Lucky. Good to see you. Check out Lucky's channel too. It's like, I know there's so much, but sometimes it's cool though. Like, there'll be times when like nobody's on, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I subscribed to this, because, I just had to have something to watch at that moment. But lots of interesting topics, things that a lot of people aren't talking about. And that are, esoteric and extraterrestrial, whatever, all kinds of things. And I enjoy hearing um, intelligent conversations about those things. Whoops. Oh gosh, this is really aggravating, y'all. Okay. All right. I know we're running low on time here, so I know I just saw Nancy Occurrence Intuition. I don't have time to click on each one, y'all. Roots and Waves, and hey girl, hey, how are you? And I believe I saw Serena, Bath Maven here. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you so much for being here. And oh my gosh, if I missed anybody, I am so sorry. But let's pull some cards. It's kind of darker in here. It was really bright yesterday morning, like just throwing like orbs in my face. So let's check out this like Mars energy. What can we expect this week with these transitions, into the fire elements with Mercury and Mars? So I would say just pick something that like I'm just gonna do this today. I'm not gonna think too much about it. I'm just gonna do it. It could be even something small you've been putting off. If you're anything like me, you'll overthink it. You'll even imagine doing it in your head for a while. That's fun. Whoa, this just stood out to me. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Butterfly in reverse. Interesting. Have to see what that's about. I'm just going to pull a couple more. So that one just flipped over. That's funny. I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing any. Y'all have. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subbing to each other. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are having some good conversations in the chat right now. That's all I just wanted to do was like just have like a little, it's like hanging out in the coffee room for but we just talk about different kinds of stuff. Which I think is way more interesting anyways. All right. Ooh, crocodile. Interesting. You would think. Let me sit on this for just a second. Goodness. I was surely expecting to get a fire out of that. So this is probably how it's affecting. Remember, like when I was talking about like maybe the challenges with, like some people are like, yes, and others are like, ah. maybe it's other elements because I believe every other element is represented here in 3 cards other than fire. And I was specifically asking about, a planet that is fire. All right. So yeah, let's see. Let's get a little inspiration here. It's an excellent guidebook. And of course we know, and I'm going to turn it up right. That's pretty. Of course we know, the butterfly is all about, transformation, but this makes perfect sense. She says that when out of balance, you can feel fragile and frustrated. That can even be the fire element there too. And the butterfly, of course, is an air element. So what is that? That's our thoughts. Mental frustration. Mental frustration. And what is happening in the water here with the crocodile? Let me just show you this crocodile. I want to say, I feel like he's come out before, not too long ago, for somebody. Yeah. I mean, she really wanted that eye to stand out. And he was upright. Yeah, so a challenge right now can be, oh my gosh, see, he's just resting. He's submerged. He's collecting energy, cooling off, but he's also just waiting, that opportunity. He's patient for that opportunity. And so he reserves that, and has the patience and the wisdom to be patient for that. So, yeah, that can be a challenge right now is patience, frustration. Okay. So our medicine here is an earth in a pack animal, the wolf. I remember she wolf came out not too long ago, and it was, yeah, it kind of just tied everything together. I thought that was really cool. I was a little surprised it came out, actually. That I do remember. Bear with me, not in alphabetical order. How did she do that? Even in the same element. Guardian of the family and the tribe, and activism, and it's also about rituals, she says. Okay, I'm going to read this one because I think it's really good. She says, a wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism. One of my astrology notes are flying off the table from the fan, sorry. Through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. So when it's in balance, we're reliable, we're democratic, and we're fearless. That's a fire quality too, is being fearless. And if you look, doesn't it kind of look like this wolf is almost like you see a little bit of a fire there? But it's, he's of the earth. That's very interesting. So there is a fearlessness in that. In looking, and also leading, upholding, that's something, with a fire element too, is guardian, being a guardian too, and standing up for others that maybe aren't as strong or as bold to do it. But when out of balance, we can be judgmental or dominating. To bring into balance, we've got to practice letting go. letting go of things we can't control. So we can't control other people, because then there's that, the little comment about um, parents wanting their kids to follow in their footsteps, but it's like they're their own person, they're their own human being. That's something like I have to remember with my children too. So, I mean, I would say, there's some things that maybe we need to practice a little patience with, especially like in the Mercury thing, is to not be careful that our interactions aren't coming out frustration, because something can be misconstrued too, and then it's like a butterfly effect. As I look down at the butter, it just like is a chain reaction, because you're just putting out what you're frustrated with, and that's kind of a tendency what you're gonna get right back. So it might be feeling a little impatient or frustrated with people around us who aren't doing what we want, like with that wolf energy. So we're gonna have to like maybe let go of a little bit of control and be careful of our communications. And I would say like walking or doing something physical is really, really good to ease mental frustration too. I know this because I feel the near sign. But Venus is my chart ruler because I'm a Taurus rising. All right. Oh yeah, charms. Can't leave here without charms. We're just gonna grab some charms. Let me grab the bowl. Be right back. It's too large to keep on my new table. All right. These are just fun. All right. So it's gonna be loud. Loud ASMR. Oh! All right, let's see what we got. Okay. We got a guitar, some music. That creativity is a good thing to fuel frustration into. Make your frustrations like turn into something cool and creative. Huh. Oh, okay. So I've got a KAYD, and like literally when I KD. Interesting. Day. I see the word day. K. Yak. I'm taking day out of that because, fire is all about the day, all about the sun. But apparently D, vitamin D, do you get vitamin D from the sun? Like I got a lot of D's here. Ooh, listen to me. Ooh. We've got, uh-oh, it's super, super tiny, but this little Joker card, the wild card, that's a fire element quality. And we have the Two of Diamonds. I believe those are what? Diamonds or Pentacles? I don't really know cartomancy. Haven't learned that one yet, but I do know the Two of Pentacles in tarot is being busy, juggling finances, juggling tasks, you know, like you're just, mm, it's a kind of a crazy, like little feeling. You know, like, yeah, you're balancing it, but it always feels like you're, you know, like compensating, like, okay, so can I do this and do that and work? I mean, it's not, you have a lot of conflicting interests that you're balancing. Um, the dolphin, water, be more playful. Dolphins are playful and fun. That's something, you know, you get out and socialize a little bit. And we have this is like the circle life tree or a tree, you know. But I always think of the tree like family, also like roots, laying, you know, roots, growing family. Um, these could be some things like frustrations even within your family about some things, could be. We have the skull and um, okay, so I have a couple things, you know. I'm thinking, of course, like death, you know, something, you know, ending things like letting go and ending something, but also things that could be really, really old because, you know, it's the bones of it. And also, I mean, it's the head, it's the skull. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's what frustrates us mentally. So think about like how air and fire are working together here. And music, definitely the treble clef note. It's a little higher pitched, by the way. And then we have a heart. Leo, heart. So heart chakra. Definitely heart chakra. But there we have the purple here too. And you know, I think a lot of the purple can be like your crown too. So yeah, heart and crown like Leo. And we're going to Mars and Leo. That's cool. All right, y'all. Um, last but not least, and you can't make this shit up. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I just randomly reached down while I was putting my charm bowl down and grabbed a quote, clip it. And it's for gratitude. I didn't know what would come out. I am grateful for music. It's there for every moment, every situation, every mood. I love how music makes me feel and speaks to my soul. Definitely listen to some music. There's going to be messages in music. You're going to find synchronicities in music right now. But also, it's going to uplift you. And it don't, mind you, if something you listen to and it feels triggering, because that happens to me, just switch it up. Even if it's like something instrumental, or listen to the birds sing outside. I don't know. Drums, anything. Uh, yeah. So music. I just heard wind chimes too. So, anyways, that is uh, Tuesday's coffee and cards. I'll be back same uh, same time, different day tomorrow. I can't think straight. Thank y'all so much for being here, and if I didn't get to say hi to you, just know that I appreciate you being here so very much and supporting me, by the way, Karen. Thank you so very much. And I appreciate y'all subscribing, liking, commenting, all those good YouTubey things. And I'm sure I'll see y'all around in some chat rooms today. Take care and talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.